Hello learners, Namaskar. I welcome you all in this PME Vidya program for library learners from NIS Studio. Today what we are going to talk about, library staff. That is a part of optional module, and that is the second lesson, that is lesson number 16. What we have already learned in our last lesson, what we studied in our last lesson is management of libraries. What we discussed in that, we discussed the definition of the library management and how to manage the libraries, and we talked about that library works as a system and it has subsystems like हमारी बॉडी के जैसे एक हम फुल बॉडी, उसमें सबसिस्टम्स कितने हैं, सर्कुलेटरी है, डाइजेस्टिव है, बहुत सारे सिस्टम्स है. इसी तरह से लाइब्रेरी ऑल्सो हैज़ एक्विजिशन, टेक्निकल सेक्शन, सर्कुलेशन, लाइक दैट. देन पोस्ट कॉप, व्हाट वाज रिलेटेड टू मैनेजमेंट वाज प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, कोऑर्डिनेटिंग, रिपोर्टिंग एंड बजटिंग. इन सब के बारे में हमने बात की कि किस तरह से हमें लाइब्रेरी में हर चीज़ को मैनेज करना होता है. फिर हमने बात की रंगनाथन ने कैसे विजुअलाइज किया. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन विजुअलाइज लाइब्रेरी एज ट्रिनिटी, जिसमें कि मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ें जो है, जो ट्राइंगल बनता है, तीनों बिंदु उसमें बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. वो क्या है? रीडर्स, बुक्स एंड स्टाफ. रीडर्स जो आप लोग हमारे पास आते हैं, वो जो आपकी सहायता करते हैं, हेल्प करते हैं. स्टाफ, वो जो किताबें हैं, जो रिसोर्सेज हमारे पास है, वो सब एक इम्पॉर्टेंट, बहुत ही एकदम इम्पॉर्टेंट हिस्सा है हमारी लाइब्रेरी के. फिर हमने रीडिंग और स्टॉक वेरिफिकेशन में, जहाँ पर कि किताबें ऐड होती रहती है, कीप्स ऑन एडिंग बिकॉज लाइब्रेरी इज अ ग्रोइंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. दैट वे व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू रीड आउट ऑल्सो बुक्स. जब बुक्स आर ऑफ नो यूज समटाइम्स, और दे टेयर आउट, दे आर नॉट in current situation, they are not used. So what we do, sometimes we make a stock room, or sometimes we weed them out. We take out those books and we weed them. Then stock verification is what all we have in the library. We verify our books with the list of the books what we have in the accession register. Then we see what are the shortcomings. That all we studied in our last lesson, that was lesson 15A. Now we are going to the next lesson, that is library users. So what we will be talking about, in this lesson we will talk about the human resources. Human resources, you all know, that is the most important and vital resource in the organization, in any organization. Whosoever is serving organization, for them human resources is most important thing. And similarly, a well-informed staff is one of the greatest assets of any library. अच्छा स्टाफ होना लाइब्रेरी में सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, क्योंकि आपके जो रिसोर्सेज हैं, अगर आप उन रिसोर्सेज का रिजल्ट नहीं लेके आएंगे, आप इनको सर्विसेज में नहीं एक्सचेंज करेंगे विथ योर यूजर्स, तो देयर इज़ नो यूज़. दैट वे व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी आर ट्राइंग टू ट्रांसलेट द रिसोर्सेज इनटू information. That's what all the staff members are supposed to do. Mostly all the libraries or organization, what they do, they put a lot of efforts in getting a lot of competencies developed, like skill, knowledge, attitude, behavior. That all is checked first before they join you for providing the best services to our providers. They provide to the users. We are the providers, and the rest who comes to us are the users. That way we can say staff constitutes the most vital resource of any library. Resources primarily responsible for transferring, like I was saying, resources into valuable products and services. Like otherwise we will be having a lot of documents, lot of resources in the library. Unless and until these resources are transformed, these are provided to people for using, for taking out the information, taking out the actual retrieval of information, that is done through the staff only. That's why staff constitutes the very vital source of information for the library. different categories of staff also are at various levels. Like, you know, there are lots of jobs which are done in the libraries. They are different. Like at higher level we have different people, then at operational level we have different people. And what all we will be talking in this lesson, we will talk you this information basically will help you all in getting recruited yourself. जब आप खुद जॉब ढूंढेंगे, जब आपको खुद को जॉब करने के लिए जाना होगा, तो आपको खुद ही पता चलेगा, जैसे हमने इस लेसन में पढ़ा है, किस किस तरह के स्टेप्स होते हैं, किस किस तरह से हमें वी हैव टू गो थ्रू एंड देन सी कि कहाँ पर कैसे हमें जॉब्स मिलती हैं। ये सब हमने आपको इस लेसन में पढ़ाया हुआ है। ये हमारा ऑप्शनल मॉड्यूल का सेकेंड लेसन है। तो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या है इस लेसन के, हमने इस लेसन को जब लिखा है, हमने क्या क्या माइंड में रखा है ताकि आप क्या क्या जान सकेंगे इस लेसन को पढ़ने के बाद। आप लोग जान पाएंगे, रिकॉग्नाइज कर पाएंगे स्टाफ एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का। ह्यूमन रिसोर्स जो है एक वाइटल रिसोर्स है, बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है। आप समझ पाएंगे कि रिक्वायरमेंट कहाँ पर कितनी है, एकेडमिक में, पब्लिक में, स्पेशल, हर लाइब्रेरी की रिक्वायरमेंट जो है अलग अलग है। ये भी हमने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया है। जब आप इस लेसन को पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे, तो ये सब आप समझ पाएंगे। हर लाइब्रेरी की रिक्वायरमेंट्स कैसी कैसी होती हैं, आप कैटेगरीज ऑफ लाइब्रेरी स्टाफ कितनी है, किसका क्या फंक्शन है, वो आप समझ पाएंगे। तो आप आउटलाइन कर सकते हैं स्टाफिंग कैसे, आप इसको अलग अलग फॉर्म्स में, अलग अलग बेस पे कैसे क्या क्या एक्टिविटीज़ अलग अलग लोग करते हैं। फ्रेमवर्क क्या है, आउटलाइन क्या ड्रॉ किया है हमने हर स्टाफ के लिए। विल बी एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्टाफ रिक्वायर्ड बाय द लाइब्रेरीज, like different libraries have the different requirements. Then we will be able to list various stages of recruitment processes. कैसे कैसे हम रिक्रूट करते हैं, कैसे हम लोगों को अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जॉब्स कर देते हैं, किस तरह से रिक्रूट किया जाता है, उसका क्या प्रोसेस है, वो सब डिटेल्स हम लोग इस लेसन में समझ जाएंगे। और ये लेसन खाली लाइब्रेरी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से याद रखने की ज़रूरत नहीं, इसको आप अदरवाइज भी पढ़ेंगे। जब आप जॉब के लिए खुद जाएंगे, देन ऑल्सो यू विल फील दैट दिस इज द what we have learned, that these are the steps which we need to understand। कैसे कैसे हमें नौकरी ढूंढनी है। अभी आप क्लास 12th में हैं, आगे और पढ़ेंगे, उसके बाद जॉब्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो हाउ यू विल नो हमें किस किस प्रोसेस के थ्रू जाना है। मेन एम इस लेसन को यही है, ताकि आप समझ पाएं। बिल्डिंग अप ऑफ स्टाफ स्ट्रेंथ, किस तरह से हम लोग स्टाफ को स्ट्रेंथन कैसे करते हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं हमारे में, कैसे हम मैन पावर प्लानिंग करते हैं, किस लाइब्रेरी में किस तरह की प्लानिंग की ज़रूरत है, या हम रिक्रूटमेंट कैसे करते हैं, रिक्रूटमेंट एंड सिलेक्शन। जब एक बारी हमने डिसाइड किया कितने लोग हमें चाहिए, फिर हम किस तरह से रिक्रूट करते हैं, किस तरह से उनका सिलेक्ट करते हैं, कहाँ से हम लेके आते हैं, एम्प्लॉयमेंट करते हैं, एम्प्लॉय करके फिर इंडक्शंस देते हैं, और उनको रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ भी समझाई जाती है। फिर उसके बाद जब आप ये सब सारे स्टेप्स करते हैं, तो फिर एक और मेन स्टेप आ जाता है, एक परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल। जो आपने काम किया, जो आपको समझाया गया, काम दिया गया, क्या आप वाकई वो काम सही तरीके से कर पा रहे हैं, क्या वही आउटपुट आ पा रही है जो आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपसे चाहती है। तो इस तरह से हम लोग, अगर हमें लगता है कि कहीं पर वी आर मिसिंग समथिंग व्हाट वी वांटेड यू टू डू, यू आर नॉट एबल टू अचीव, और यू आर हायर फॉर दैट, समथिंग लाइक दैट, व्हाट we do work on that, and otherwise we give the trainings and development, which is also part of the recruitment only. So wherever you will be needed, wherever there is requirement, we will put you on the training also. That is how we start with the jobs. This is how we, मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव जो मैन पावर प्लानिंग का है, इज टू इंश्योर दैट right persons are employed at different positions from top, middle and lower level. You know, if you will not plan properly that what kind of people you want in your organization, how many levels should be there, because mostly what we used to do, we used to keep little staff extra, because sometimes someone has to go on leave, or there are certain things, sometimes there are not people available. What we used to do, instead of 3, we will sometimes you will employ 4 at a middle or lower level, but on higher levels you cannot do that. So you keep all these objectives in your mind, that each level functions and duties and responsibilities all are different, because at higher position you need to have most competent person, so have to see the qualification and their air of experience, how they will guide others. अगर हायर पोजीशन पे आपके पास बहुत अच्छे लोग नहीं हैं तो नीचे काम करना भी टफ हो जाता है, because they won't be able to connect, they won't be able to achieve what they actually wanted to achieve for this library, for the organization. Here we are talking about the library recruitment, but it happens same with the organizations, with other type of recruitments also. So manpower में मेन जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो है हमारा राइट पर्सन को सेलेक्ट करना, एम्प्लॉयड फॉर डिफरेंट पोजीशंस, एंड देन looking at their duties, responsibilities, authority, everything you have to check accordingly that you get the appropriate qualification, qualified persons, experienced persons for the appropriate positions. Here what we have basically, every organization has 3 level of managements. What is that 3 level? Is top level, then comes the middle level and the library, then comes the 3rd level. This happens in the libraries also. Like usually in other organizations you have top management, then you have people who work in the middle, then you have the lower level also. Like that only for the libraries also, like even if they are school libraries or they are university libraries, you will have to have a person at the top, or sometimes 2-3 people, then middle you will have more people, at lower you will have much more people than that. This is how 3 levels of management are there. First thing what you will be doing, you will be selecting the people. There are thousands of people in India. We have a lot of population, so for each post you will see how many people come, for each post how many people apply. There are lots of people of the same qualification, same caliber, and sometimes the same knowledge and experience also. What you will have to do is the selection. You will develop a criteria how you will select the people. First of all, then you will advertise your requirements for your organization, then you will shortlist the people from there, then you will see how you will be training them, then you will see, you will interview them, and like that there are many things you need to have in this process. That starts from the selection. First of all, what we do when we want to recruit some people in library or any other organization, here the library is the reference. यहाँ पर हम सिर्फ library की बात कर रहे हैं, पर commonly यही है तरीका करने का. क्या करेंगे हम लोग, किस तरह के लोगों को हम लेते हैं? प्रोफेशनल्स, सेमी प्रोफेशनल्स, नॉन प्रोफेशनल्स एंड सपोर्ट स्टाफ. आपको मालूम है, वी ऑल really understand that here in library you cannot work without support staff, because the physical books are there. Physical books need to be moved, cleaned. There is a lot of things which has to be happen with the hands, which has to be happen with manual things. Professionally you can do what work you are sitting at the top level, then middle level you can work with the softwares, and but you will see that equal importance is given here to the non-professionals and the support staff also in the libraries, because there is a lot of work which is a physical work which everyday one has to do, because if you won't be able to do that, so you will not be able to retrieve what you want to retrieve from the लाइब्रेरी. व्हाट यू वांट टू सर्च, अगर आप कुछ भी ढूंढना चाहेंगे सही तरीके से, अगर वो फाइल नहीं हुआ तो मीन्स आपका सपोर्ट स्टाफ ने अच्छे से काम नहीं किया, तो आपको काम बिगड़ जाएगा उससे. सो दीज आर 4 टाइप्स ऑफ पीपल व्हाट वी नीड इन द लाइब्रेरीज. So first is professional. What do we do with the professional people? 3 levels of management are indicated: top, middle and lower. Then how you, at the top level, qualified librarian and professionals are required. Means at top level you will have to have the higher qualification, post graduation or doctorate or something level like that. They usually are professionals with experience, definitely they are educated, higher educated. Everyone has to be educated here, but they will be highly educated. They will do what? They'll carry out the functions in various roles. They will hold responsibilities and are in position of authority. Basically, these type of professionals at the top level are into planning, policy, decision making, like what kind of decisions you want to take for your library, where it should be, how many books you want to buy this year, which subject needs which kind of budget. There are lots of things which you need to take the decision. That is what is done at this level. These set procedures, whatever are in practice of functions and operations of a library, whatever library is having the regular practices, so what we do, we exercise the top level exercises control and discipline in the library. They have to maintain the whatever steps are there, whatever housekeeping steps are there, are they being done, are they being followed. Designations at this level may vary. In general, what we have, chief librarian sometimes, and then we will have deputy librarian. Then at the top level, these people will be working. Then in the middle level, you will have assistant librarian, and then senior technical assistants are also there. They take care of the technical functions. Like library has a lot of work which is done technically, because you have to do classify, you have to work with the softwares, you have to take the reports out of all your software, you have to provide everyday people what new has come, what all current affairs things are there, what journals are there. This all has to be done, a technical person can do, which is in the middle level. Then at the lower level, you can say junior professional assistants, semi-professional assistants are also there. They take care of various routine activities. Whatever routine activities we have to do every day with the books, they start with the purchasing. From there it starts till it gets into the circulation section, जहाँ से आप किताब घर लेके जा सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं. इस तरह से रूटीन में जो प्रोफेशनल लोगों का काम है, इस तरह से डिवाइड किया गया है. नंबर ऑफ जो प्रोफेशनल्स रहता है टॉप लेवल पे बहुत ही कम होता है, एक होंगे, दो होंगे, लाइक आई वाज सेइंग, इट विल बी फ्यू इन नंबर. देन एट मिडिल लेवल यू कैन से it can be 2 to 4 if a library is bigger, if you need to have that kind of sections in the library. आपका circulation अलग है, आपका acquisition अलग है, आपका serial control अलग है, तो you will need middle level पे that kind of many people that way. But at lower you will need much, even if you have 2 in the middle, and you will need 6 in the lower level, because lower level people, I said, are very important for the library, because there is a lot of physical work to be done in the library. It's not only the decision making, it's not only the paperwork, it's not only the job you're doing with data entry or taking decisions on you with your software. No, the physical work is also there, which is done at the lower level. Then we will come to the semi-professional staff. Semi-professional staff is also engaged in performing library routine activities and techniques under the guidance of the professional staff. Persons, they are provided with the trainings in the library science. Basically, these people may be having a diploma or a certificate, like professional assistants. They can also be helpful. Their designations may be library assistant, technical professional assistant, or junior cataloger, or like something equivalent to that. They usually perform routine professional and technical activities. This category of staff works under the professional people, and they perform professional activities, because they are the one who are doing the professional activities, but they are not at the level of decision making. They are not the policy makers. They have to do the routine kind of work. So under the guidance of the professional people who are at the top level, these are semi-professionals. Then comes the non-professionals. You will say, what kind of non-professionals we need in the library? There is need of non-professional people. How? Because there are a lot of computers in your library. There is a photocopier machine. There are a lot of things which are to be done by the non-professional people. Hardware, software. There are many things which are to be done by these people. But sometimes it happens that in bigger libraries, you will not manage of your own kind of non-professional staff. You will be giving this to your organization. Your organization will help you to provide these kinds of services. They will be interested with any managerial or routine responsibilities. They will be working under the supervision and the control of chief librarian, occasionally deputy librarian if sometimes the chief librarian is not there. It all depends on the department or the sections where you are working. In large libraries, what you have number of functions. Non-professional staff are employed permanently. This is an important point here, because like in our library we have people working with us, but whatever technical guidance we need to ask, that for that matter the people from other department do come and they help us. And technical means any software related issue, any hardware related issue, anything with the machines which are there with us in archival section or so this all are being taken care by the professionals in your department, but they are not sometimes hired by the library, because the library will not need them all the time. That is the reason. Then comes the support staff. Support staff takes care of what? Support staff usually takes is more in administration and accounts. You will say whatever books whenever we buy, we have to put on the bills, we have to see the budget, we have to get the accounts checked every time. You will have accounts personnel also with this, and more so uske baad we will have persons which will purchase, store, office maintenance. Other responsibilities are also there. Sometimes if the library is bigger, you will have lot of cleaning work, sanitation, security work, or you will be having a garden around. If sometimes you have even the pots of flowers, you will need to manage them. Sometimes your support staff is also important for the library. In bigger libraries, they are permanent employees of their organization, but smaller libraries, they manage it from their office also with this kind of support staff, because these all jobs come under with the library also. Then comes the selection and recruitment and selection. So till now we were talking about how you will be able to see which kind of professional positions are there. Then we will talk about the recruitment and selection. We will take here a short break, and after that we will talk about the recruitment and the selection of the organization.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम, स्वयं बने हम,
Hello learners, I welcome you all back in this program. So till now we talked about the type of, we have professionals, semi-professionals, and how we start the selection of the people. Now what we'll be talking about, recruitment and selection. What all are the steps when how we recruit people. We select people, we do the personal interview, we do appointment and then induction. Here we will be talking about lot of things, that why induction is important, why personal interviews are important, and why exams are important when you want to select people. और हर एग्ज़ाम हर चीज़ के लिए अलग अलग लोगों के लिए अलग अलग चीज़ें क्यों रखी गई है, ये सब हम इसमें पढ़ेंगे। रिक्रूटमेंट में क्या इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं। एडवर्टीजमेंट्स जो भी हैं, जहाँ पर भी हम निकालते हैं what all we want in advertisement, we give you, we ask you, आप name, age, contact number, address, phone number, academic qualification, professional qualification, this all we ask you in the advertisements. These advertisements are given what the name and the designation of the vacant position, job description, also number of posts, salary, involvements, terms and conditions, place of appointment, receipt of the application. This is all what when we give an advertisement in a newspaper, online, or in any journal, magazine. These are all what we write there. Recruitment and selection, the first thing will be, this is the second step in the process of building up a staff strength of a library. Usually recruitment starts with advertisement. Advertisement in newspapers, can be in the employment news, it can be in any publications, can be professional publications. Like you see, there are many journals, magazines, newspapers, and many magazines where you will see that. Even the radio also used to do it, TV also used to do it earlier, and even now online. अब आप देखेंगे तो लिंक इंडिया पे there are a lot of people who get jobs through them only. They find people, they try to see what kind of qualification they want from the person, or you also see what are the appropriate positions, क्या क्या सही जगह हमारे लिए है, वो सब आप वहाँ पर देखते हैं. तो इस तरह से libraries of academic or research institutions, what they usually do, they follow the procedure. देयर ओन लाइब्रेरीज में किस तरह का हमें चाहिए एक्सपोजर, क्या क्या चाहिए, दे डू इट. कहीं स्पेशल कंडीशंस हो रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए तो वो सीनियर पोजीशंस के लिए होती है. देन यू विल सी फॉर स्मॉलर इंस्टीट्यूशंस व्हाट डू दे डू. स्मॉलर इंस्टीट्यूशंस दे ऑलवेज हैव टू फॉलो व्हाट आर द रिक्रूटमेंट रूल्स देयर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज फॉलोइंग. Libraries don't have to do the separate requirement. So this is what their organization is doing for them. Like you can say for public libraries, they have a procedure they have for the recruitment which government is following. They do the same thing. Then we reach to the selection of suitable candidate for specific positions in all types of libraries deals with identifying and matching right kind of application with right kind of requirements. Here what you do, right kind of application means what you have written in your biodata, in your CV, and what I have given in my advertisement. What we do match things. Whether you are matching with my requirements, that is how we select from there. We start selection of the applications first of all. Then in the second what we do screening and shortlisting of applicants on personal interviews also in certain positions. Some middle or lower positions, what we do, we sometimes have written tests also conducted, because if there are lots of applications, more applications are there, then how to sort those applications? We will have a written exam, or after that we will have a personal interview. Personal interview is meant for looking at your personality, how you are putting up yourself, how you are presenting yourself. That is how we do that. That now we'll come to the personal interview. Personal interview after selection, you have applied for the job. Now either we have taken a written exam, or now comes the second step is the personal interview. Shortlisted candidates, जो भी हमने 15 एप्लीकेशन 10 एप्लीकेशन शॉर्टलिस्ट हुई है, 1000 में से 10 में से 2000 में से, what all we will do, we will call you for the interview. What we will check? We will check your attitude, aptitude, approach of communication, skill, behavior. There are all जैसे like we have 20 marks for each, we will give 5 marks for each of your things, like what kind of attitude you are carrying, what kind of communication you are able to provide to us, how you are behaving with the board. So these are all like steps which we follow in the personal interview. If the personal interview is at the senior level, what do? You will check all these things, but there you have to see that there is you have to lead the organization, you have to lead the team, so you will be taking decisions. So what you will be doing, you have to see whether you are able to coordinate, you have that capability कि आप lead भी कर सकते हैं, top position पे है. कभी कभी हम उसमें क्या कर लेते हैं, then we will tell you a formal presentation can be also prepared, which you will talk about that मैंने क्या क्या किया है आज तक, मैं क्या क्या करने वाला हूँ, किस तरह से इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए फ्रूटफुल रहूँगा, अच्छा रहूँगा. दैट इज a personal interview for the senior level. Then comes the appointment and induction. Finally what we have done, we applied, we got selected, we have taken the interview also, we have taken the written, everything is done. Now our part comes to the appointment and induction. The selected candidate will be issued an appointment letter. In that you will be told that where will be your placement of job, for under which terms and conditions you are employed, and important aspect of making employment is that whether you will also feel that you have joined the right kind of organization. It's not only me who has appointed you, who has taken selected a person, but once the person, जब आपने ज्वाइन किया किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, आपको भी एक फीलिंग रहना चाहिए कि हाँ मैंने एक सही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्वाइन किया है. इसलिए उसके लिए हम induction रखते हैं. Induction में what all will be, we will be introducing you to the different departments, different people here, what kind of work we are doing, किस तरह से काम करते हैं. Like हर कोई बच्चा पढ़ के आ जाता है, हर कोई बाहर पढ़ने के बाद हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करने का तरीका अलग अलग होता है. उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की ट्रेनिंग इंडक्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, क्योंकि हर किसी की आउटपुट अलग है. What we want to give output for our organization, we have to train people like that only. So Then after that comes the appointment and induction. Induction mein what do? We talk about the responsibilities, discipline, about the duties, what all you are supposed to do in our organization. So this responsibility is given to a person who is already experienced, who knows what kind of training you need to be given, what kind of induction you need to be given. Because you are a new person, you are like a plain clear paper, so we need to give the shape to the document, how we want you to perform the duties once you come to our organization. Then comes the orientation of new people. Whosoever new people have come and joined you, we will talk about our organization's activities, functions, culture, what kind of timings we follow, what kind of schedules we follow. That is all we talk in the orientation programs. Till now we talked about the selection, interview, everything, and we reached up to the recruitment process. So what is we'll list the steps in the recruitment. These all are the steps what we were discussing now, how you will be selected, how you will be applying, then how you will get a job. Those were the steps. Why is induction necessary? Because every organization has a different kind of role to play, different procedures and different outputs they have to give. So induction becomes very important. Induction will make you aware of the way how we work, how our organization works. What's the need of public relation characteristics by library service staff? You know what, this is an important question. You need to understand this properly. ये बहुत important इसलिए है क्योंकि हम लोग लाइब्रेरी में काम करते हैं. We all know that our job is related to library, but why we are asked this question is that we all should have very good communication skills. That because we are dealing with the public. This is a public place. We are dealing with public every day. We are dealing with people, our users, because they are different people, different users, different variety of needs are there. So you need to have that communication skills, which is very important for all the library staff. Then we'll come to the role and responsibilities of the staff. Once we have been appointed by the organization, then what are the roles and responsibilities which are given to you? What kind of work you are supposed to do in this organization, in this department? Like top level persons usually are the chief librarian, should be given the highest professional. Then academic qualification also is different, experience is also different, and ability and competencies are also set according to their goals and achievements. That is how we fix the roles and responsibilities. On what position you have been recruited. Everybody cannot do every job. You have a fixed kind of job related to your recruitment. You should all have to have a target to maintain that particular period. What measurable tasks or standards you have been given by the organization, you have to operate, or you have to get it done through enforcing discipline in your organization, and then at a higher level you will enforce it for the middle and the lower level, so that they are able to achieve what targets you have been given to them. They should get the different operations, whatever work was given, are they able to execute it? How you are able to help them? If they are not able to do, how you are helping these people? These are the roles of the middle. Then at lower level you will see number is more compared to the middle level. What operation levels are routine and repetitive jobs are there, how these jobs are done, how I mean to say, whatever kind of libraries we used to have 10 years back, 20 years back, but they are not same today, they are not same now, they won't be same in next 5 years. Like that, what you have to do, you have to keep on checking that new things are coming in libraries, now new changes are coming in the libraries. That is the role of and responsibility of the higher people working at the top level, to check them. Are these people able to achieve the new things? Are they able to achieve, understand new things? How and where I am going to help them. This is for all people, at whether you are at the highest position or at the lower level. Everybody has a different role which they have to perform as per the standards to ensure that things are executed properly, the results are performed, results outcome is coming. That is how you do it. Then you will see the functions of library. What are the functions, how we what kind of jobs are there in the library. Like from starting from building up the collection, then you will see the technical processing is there, then you will see the circulation is, which is very important, then stock and maintenance is there, maintenance of reading section, repair of things, displaying of things, reference is there, and many other things, management things, which are the functions of the library. These all functions routinely, all these jobs are to be done in the libraries. Then we will come about the performance appraisal. Once you have done, your job is done, your role and responsibility is also done. Now comes the importance of the performance appraisal. Whatever work you have been given, are you able to do it? Are you really doing it to the maximum satisfaction of the organization? That is where you will be seen by the people, observed by the people, and your performance will be checked at this point. So what here we do, library information service activities are not one-time activities, like they are continuous. How you do here also, you will see in those people who are working on the softwares are doing routine kind of works. There you can calculate the jobs, what kind of output they have given today, how many books have been circulated, how many books have been catalogued, unclassified, or how many books have been put on the shelf back, and what is the important role they are doing. This all can be done in that. But this is the quality of the work, quantity of the work, not the quality of the work. This is the quantity of work. 100 books have been done, but whether they were really done and put in the proper places, whether they were checked, they were fit, these books needed some repair or something, was that work also calculated? That cannot be. The quality cannot be checked in these routine and process of things. So that is the quantity of the work you can. So quantitatively it can be measured, like I said, classification, cataloging, servicing, all this can be done, but quality work needs that people at your high level, they will have the yardsticks for what, in the context that whatever information, whatever changes are coming in the libraries, are you able to get in those changes into your library? Are you able to work according to those changes? If we are today also managing a system which is followed 20 years, 30 years back, so it will not help our library. That way we have to check whether we are updating ourselves, we are constantly, systematically enhancing our jobs, what jobs we are doing, so that the efficiency and the satisfaction is achieved. Then comes the performance. Performance and information service activities are not one-time activity, but are continuous ones. You know, all library usually has a continuous kind of work. It is done every day. Every day each job is to be done. But performance of library staff at all levels are assessed periodically to keep the staff strength at optimum efficiency. So the future growth and development is also an important aspect. That is how you perform the jobs. That is how your performance is being checked. That is how your assessment is known as performance appraisal. That is how you people are assessed by someone. Like in classroom, you know that there are children, you do assess them. How do you assess them? By checking their work, and you see what kind of work they are doing, whether they are doing it right or wrong. Like that only the performance is checked by the seniors. So the efficiency of every employee who has been assigned with different duties and responsibilities, are they able to achieve it? There are always norms and yardsticks how to measure your efficiency to the optimum level, and according that only you will be rewarded also. Or if you are not able to do it properly, so maybe you need a training, maybe you need a help. So that is what is the job of the seniors, how they will be checking you and how they will be doing it. Then comes the performance appraisal review. How performance appraisal is reviewed is not important, intricate for developing appropriate yardstick. Performance appraisal, particularly in the changing context of information, work and services. You know, if we are not updating ourselves, if we are not keeping ourselves update and keep on reading, checking or going for the trainings and adding on those things which other people are doing, so we will not be able to achieve what kind of objectives have been set by the organization. It is necessary that performance strength of the staff has to be constantly and systematically enhanced to reach the higher level. So how it will be all done? It will be done through the trainings, and it will be done by keeping a check on the work, what kind of work you are able to do, whether you are able to achieve it, and what kind of quality you are able to put into your job. Then comes the training, staff training and development, which is a very important part of any organization. Here you will see that all the trainings or whatever jobs are done for the development of the organization for your employees, that is an important part of the organization. How do you do that? You will keep knowing, checking at your people, sending them to different organizations for seminars, workshops or conferences, so that whatever they see there, they check it and they learn it, and once they learn from there, they come back with the things what they have learned there, how they have interacted with the people, what kind of trainings they have gone through. That all will be mirrored same way in your organization. That is how important is training skill, because it increases your skill, it helps you to interact with people, and it helps you to achieve the goals also. Sometimes in-house trainings are also given, and sometimes people can, in your organization, can send you out also for the trainings, where you will be under the supervision of senior people, experienced people, and you will be getting exposure to better jobs and better works, whatever you have done in that. So these are all the kind of we need. Finally comes the salary and the benefits. What kind of salary your organization is going to pay you, that will depend on the organization where you are. Lot of factors are there, which location you are, at which position you are, what kind of qualifications you have, and how many years of experience you will have. That is all how your salary will be given to you. And then there will be length of your service, merit, combinations, what kind of promotions or whatever benefits, medical benefits are there, bonus, conveyance and monetary rewards. Whatever your organization has, that is all enrollments are in your salary. Then comes the finally need and performance appraisal is very important, otherwise your organization will never come to know what kind of work you have been doing. Staff training is important, it will keep you updated, you will get exposure to things when you go to conferences, workshops, and you know, read, meet people. And different forms of trainings are, when sometimes you get it at your organization also, sometimes people are sending you out to get trained and learn about new things, understand new things. That is why the staff training is very important. Then there is office management, like we were saying, like administration, finances, all these maintenance sections are important for every organization. Like that, they are important for the libraries also. So office management also comes under the supervision of chief librarian, or sometimes if there is a small library, it comes under the supervision of the head of the organization. This is all what we have learned today. We understood how you get recruited, what is the kinds of selection you get, how you apply for the jobs, what kind of benefits you get, how you are supposed to go for the trainings, what kind of levels are there in the organization, which kind of job needs what kind of qualifications and experiences. This is all we have learned today. I hope you have all understood the lesson. This will be important for you all for the recruitment of your own recruitment. Thank you very much.